I thought you were gonna say Apple because they've
Apple is
had.
good too, man. But the thing is, with Apple, there's like three shows that I'm following on Apple, right? And I'll bang those out quick, and then I'm done. And I love Apple because their production quality, and there's some really good stuff on there. Like the second season of C is out, and I'm dying to watch that. So that would be something that I would grab and just watch that. But right now, aside from the second season of C, there's nothing that I'm really hyped about watching. Like if they came out with another Defending Jacob season, I'm down to watch that. If they came out with oh man, what was the other ones?
Ted Lasso morning show.
The morning show I started, but I didn't really get into. I watched the first season of Ted Lasso and it was okay. It wasn't really my thing. So I think the only real reason that I would probably grab Apple and I would be willing to pay for it because I love these shows is C and Defending Jacob. I love those two TV shows.
So I've had been checking out Apple, and I haven't started Defending Jacob. I haven't started C. I've watched the morning show. I'm all caught up with all the seasons.
Yeah.
All the
Is it
episodes.
as good as people say it is?
Yeah, it's pretty
Yeah.
good. It's the first.
I watched the first episode.
Oh, you got to watch the whole thing, dude.
And that's the thing that we tell a lot of people. You need to get at least to the third episode to determine if you like a show or not.
Yeah. So the very first season. Okay, this is what I'm going to say without spoiling. No spoilers alert, but this is how I'm going to explain it. The first season of the morning show sets it up to something that has been kind of happening, but they kind of like really bring it out in the limelight. And then it's like, holy crap, I can't believe this is really going on. Season 2 starts, and it's kind of like they plug it into like real world situation, like what's happening. But based on what happened in season 1, put it this way. It got me a little bit teary. Just thinking about how like it went in the situation and everything. I'm like, dude, really? That was the morning show. And I'm pretty sure they're still gonna go. Ted Lasso. I love Ted Lasso. I don't really follow soccer like that. Or people call it, the rest of the world calls it football. We call it soccer here in the States. But that show to me is funny. You kind of same thing. You kind of have to watch it and let the drama unfold and let the there's some comedy in there, bro. There's some comedy in there that you're just like, you know, you always wonder what like Lee TV, Free Tech, Tanya, TDUK. You always wonder like what those guys over there in the UK think about us over here in North America. That show, dude, it's like they got the widest type of accent from like middle America and dropped them in the UK to. He's an American football coach coaching world football, aka soccer. And it's just the comedy on it is just like you just have to watch it. So I like that show. I did watch Physical. I will say this, the very first episode on Physical is really hard to swallow. Really hard. If you do watch it, there's a lot of cuss words. When you get past that first episode and you watch the second episode and the third episode, it starts to unfold. The thing is, that show, a lot of people don't realize what this show's about, but it has to do a lot with the unconscious talking to the subconscious. And there's two people talking back and forth in the exact same voice. And then it's her realization of what she's actually doing, but you have to watch that show. Physical, I like that show. The one that I'm watching right now is called Acapulco. And Acapulco is a place in Mexico, kind of like Cancun, like just a tropical place. But I think it's based from the 80s. I think it was this kid growing up. Another funny show. The best thing about that show is I'll throw this out. You know those 80s songs?
Yeah.
from like movies and stuff, like Eye of the Tiger, for example. In Acapulco, it's based on this resort, and they have a couple that's singing these popular songs, but in Spanish. So when you're there and they're saying all the words in Spanish, you're just like, this is weird, you know? But it's funny. That show is actually funny. This is what I'm going to say about Apple so far. Everything that I've seen, originals from Apple, of course, the production has been good, but their script and their approach on these shows
for sure
have been on point. You might not like the topic, or you might not like the show or whatever it is, but the way they approach it, the way they bring things up to light is very, very realistic to what it actually is. They show Acapulco exactly how it was in the 80s and how nice it was and how like people go to the resort to relax and everything. Ted Lasso, you know, they threw this American guy with that accent twang in the middle of the UK to coach soccer. It's like, what the hell happened? That's something, and they're calling him a wanker, and it's like, dude, yeah, it's very, very realistic to what, like, if you got a what if show and put them in a real life situation. It's exactly what it is. I haven't seen C, so I can't really speak on behalf of that, and I haven't seen the defending Jacob.
Yeah.
So I don't really know if they're following that approach where this could be a real life situation in that era or in that time.
For sure. Yeah. So, just like, it's not a spoiler, but basically the concept of C is mankind goes through some kind of, like, let's say, a disease or a plague or something, and population is dwindled down to like 2 million people, and everybody who's left is blind. So they're trying to rebuild civilization, but being blind. So
wow.
it could happen, right? Like, we're seeing what's going on with the pandemic and all the shit that the world is going through, and some people are dealing with repercussions from having certain issues, right? So you never really know how that shit goes. But defending Jacob is a real world situation. I don't think it's a real world story, and it's basically a crime drama about a kid who's accused and going through a trial of murder. And the lead actor, the kid's father, is the same guy who plays Captain America.
See, that's awesome.